It's Donny Fandango for 105.7 The Point, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by Dan Auerbach, the frontman of the Black Keys. And Dan, we got a lot of stuff to talk about with a single and a new record coming, but I wanted to bring up a couple of things first that you have done in the last year that I just loved. And two of the things specifically, the covers record that the Black Keys did, I just adored because it introduced me to a bunch of songs that I didn't know, and I loved that. And then also, too, I know you produced the Robert Finley record, and I loved that one, too. I didn't know anything about that man until, I saw that you had worked with him. So I just kind of wanted to start things off by saying, man, I really appreciated both of those projects that you were obviously very deeply involved in.
Oh, man, thank you so much. That's great to hear. I mean, Robert Finley's the real deal. He's a Louisiana soul and blues singer, and he's touring. He's going to be touring all year. It's really exciting for him.
I will absolutely see that man. I mean, it was like, because as I'm listening to that record, I'm thinking to myself, why did I not know of this man before? Why do I have to live under a rock? You know what I mean? Like, it was that kind of, why haven't I been able to be a fan of this guy sooner?
Oh man, he is just like next level. He just like shines on the stage. It's crazy.
Cannot wait. Well, let's get back to Black Keys stuff. And we just got the brand new song from you guys, Wild Child. All right. And I love it. Now, listen, I've always thought that there was a really awesome groove in all of the Black Keys songs for the most part. But this one, I would even consider it funky. As a matter of fact, would you yourself, the creator of that song, call it funky, sir?
I would definitely call it funky.
Yeah.
Or maybe funky with an O, funky.
Oh, that's even another level. But I do, man, like there is just a little bit of that sort of infusion in there that really, I think, differentiates it. What was this like the first song that was recorded? Was this one of the last ones that was written? How did this come about, when it comes to the rest of the album?
I think the record is pretty varied. There's songs on there that are like the first take, just like super raw. Improvisation, like we just left all the mistakes in there. But Wild Child, we probably took the longest to construct. We had a different chorus, and we ended up going back and changing it. But but at the foundation of the song is just definitely just Pat and I in a room together, improvising, coming up with songs, just like kind of making it up off the top of our heads. But it's funny that you say that. I think this is the first Black Keys song that has wah wah pedal on it.
Oh, wow. See, and I don't have the trained musical ear to pick that out, but that would make sense.
Absolutely. That's so funny that you said that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Because I'm listening to it and I'm thinking to myself, like the first time I heard it, I was like, I'm moving my butt cheeks in a way that, man, it's pretty great. I'm dancing in my chair. I like that I made you laugh, Dan. I really do. So, one of the things that I read too about you and Patrick being back into the studio, the album also too, and I can't forget, is going to be called Dropout Boogie. It'll be out on May the 13th, but I was really interested to see. I'm always fascinated with how bands write their stuff. And what I had read was that, and it kind of, you just said it, is that you and Patrick, you go into the studio, you just kind of, for lack of a better term, you kind of riff off each other and you come up with these songs. You don't go into the studio with anything kind of already etched out. Is that correct?
For the most part, yeah. I just think it's a really important part of who we are, is that improvising. Because it's like a natural take, like straight from the gut, and it's like it just highlights the natural connection that we've always had. It's the reason we've been playing the music for so long, 20 plus years. I mean, we started playing when we were 16 and 17, and we kept it up because it was so much fun. It's just always been fun. It's easy, like sometimes it's real work making music with certain people, you know what I mean? But yeah. if you're lucky, like Pat and I were, you could find someone where it's just like instantaneous. You don't even really have to speak or think about it,
That's really amazing, and I think that speaks to the kind of the magic of that musical collaboration. You didn't know that, and again, and I know I saw it in the press release for the single, but like, what are the chances that these two kids from Akron, Ohio, that are going to live a block and a half from each other or grow up a block and a half from each other are going to have this kind of synergy or whatever you want to call it? It's really pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically talking to a lottery winner. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me, the odds are so stacked against it being possible.
Do you think like you guys having such a good handle on that, like saying things like that it's a lottery, that maybe that's why you guys, like, I've interviewed you a couple of times. I've interviewed Patrick a couple of times, and there is no ego. You guys, like, there is none. Like, I feel like you kind of get it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be guys at all that are going to, like, the music business doesn't, whatever. The music business is what it is. You guys are going to be doing the Black Keys no matter what is going on in the music business, I guess.
Absolutely. I think our personalities are very Akron. Whenever I hang out with like Chrissy Hind, I realize that we have the same like sense of humor and shit like that. And we're just very, very direct. You know what I mean? And don't really sugarcoat things. But yeah, I don't know. I think that Pat and I really have this connection, and I feel like time has been good to us. You know what I mean? I feel like that it's been really good for our relationship. I feel like we've gotten like closer as the years have gone by. You know what I mean?
And that's great to hear too, man, because like I don't, and I understand that it's sometimes part of rock and roll that band members don't like each other and things, but it's just really, I don't know, man, it makes me feel better as a fan when I know that, there's a relationship. And I understand, you're working together and things happen, but it's always better from a fan perspective, I think, when I know you guys are getting along. But I just want to recap everything while I still have you here, Dan. But we've got an amazing new Black Keys single on the radio right now called Wild Child. The album Dropout Boogie is out on May the 13th, and we get to see you this summer, which I can't wait for. July the 15th, you'll be here at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. You've got Band of Horses opening the show, and I believe another band that you work with, Ceramic Animals, is also on that bill. That's correct, right?
Yeah, Ceramic Animal, whose album just came out on my label, Easy Eye Sound. You guys should check it out.
All right, I'm doing that. And then also, too, I'm currently right now ordering the Pink Panther vinyl version of Dropout Boogie because I loved Pink Panther growing up. So thanks for that shout out, too, Dan.
Beautiful.
Very good. Well, Dan Auerbach from the Black Keys, thank you very much for everything. We can't wait to see you this summer, sir.